In my youth, there wasn't two things I loved more than Lord of the Rings and video games. So naturally, when the Lord of the Rings video games came out, I bought every one, and got in debt. My favourite of these was the Lord of the Rings Online. Look, here's me as a hobbit. Precious bread, precious! Whilst the gameplay is pretty mediocre, it's really cool to just get lost in Middle-earth. You'll never know what you'll find. Like Tom Bombadil! The map is so huge that it would take you several days to see everything the game has to offer, and due to its size, there's a lot of secrets. Like this kid hiding under Bree's Town Hall stairs. He says that if you stare long enough, his toys come to life. Lo and behold, if you stare at them long enough, they do just that.
Magic.
There are many things you can do in Bree, like going into random people's houses for no reason. But it's all very boring as they're all pretty ordinary. Well, except for one. At the top of the Scholar Stairs, you can sometimes find a cat sitting outside of a house. And if you go inside of the house, you'll find this. Cats. As far as I can tell, this place serves no purpose, and even though some of the cats have names and some of them don't, there's no difference between them. I'm guessing whoever owns these just gave up naming them. I'll call you Horatio, you could be Wig, Sylvester, Oliver, Cat. Curiously, this area is called the Cat Lady's house, and I've heard from other players that sometimes the Cat Lady will come in here. But if you just so happen to be in here when the Cat Lady comes home, then she and her 27 cats will attack you and kill you. But I'm yet to see her, and I've stayed in this house for hours at a time, so it's probably a bunch of hooey. Still, I check this house every time I pass it for the Cat Lady, and every time it terrifies me. Skyward Sword. Yay. Some people hated this game when it came out, but I thought it was okay. Mainly because there was a lot to explore. Even when I wasn't playing the story, I was exploring every inch of Skyloft, but I began to notice that there are some areas that you can't get to. Like Zelda's bedroom. Which is kind of weird if you think about it, as you can walk into anyone else's room whenever you like, even if they're asleep. You can look inside her room through a hole in Karane's wall, but that's all you ever see under normal circumstances. If you're like me and can't keep your nose out of other people's business, you'll do everything you can to get in here. And what do you know, there is actually a way you can do this. First, you'll have to go outside and then climb around the building. Then, using the ivy, get to the roof, shoot your claw shot at this tower, and then drop down. Now you'll be in some sort of ventilation shaft, and if you follow it all the way to the end, you'll fall into Zelda's room. Considering how secret this place is, there's not a whole lot you can do here. There's a piece of heart inside the cupboard as well as a gratitude crystal if you come here at night, but the only other interesting features in this room are a Tingle doll and Zelda's diary, which you can read. It's only a short entry, but it explains why Zelda was so determined to get Link to practice flying at the start of the game. Before we leave, there's one last secret sort of connected to this room. And by sorta, I mean not really. My bad. If you speak to Karane at night, she'll complain that she can't take a bath because someone is always using it. When you try and get into the bathroom yourself, you'll find that she's right. Someone is in there. They won't speak to you, but if you go back to the ventilation shaft near Zelda's room, there's a grill that sits directly above the bath, allowing you to have a quick peek. Ugh, Gaepora. Gross. Despite sounding like a side quest, there is no way to get Gaepora out of the bathroom, but using glitches you can get yourself in there. And surprisingly, Gaepora doesn't seem to mind at all. He also doesn't have any legs. But he does sit in here for 12 hours every night, so yeah. Also, get some deodorant, Karane. You stink. In my videos, I've dressed like Ness a few times, but I don't remember talking about Earthbound. Ever. So let's change that. Earthbound is an RPG, and with that comes a huge map with plenty of secrets. Even in the first town, there's some pretty interesting things you can find, like a treehouse, or this dog that gets possessed. And that's not even the strangest thing. Just wait until you get a load of this. So, this house is for sale. If you talk to the real estate agent outside, you can buy it for about $7,500. At this point in the game, you won't have nearly enough money. It's earnable, sure, but it's gonna take you some time, like a long time. So it's probably best if you just come back later. When you do end up buying the house, you'll find it's not just any house. It's a sucky house. Floorboards are missing, the mattress has springs coming out of it, and oh yeah, there's a freaking wall missing! It turns out you've been ripped off. You can't even sell it back. And the icing on the cake is that there's absolutely no beneficial gain to buying this house, other than the knowledge gained from knowing that you bought a house. This guy should be jailed. The only thing you can do in this house is find a magazine in the drawer. And hey, it has a read option, so that's exactly what we're gonna do.
My Secret Life, Chapter 3. I was neither a murder suspect nor a target for an international spy organization, but I drove a car down the Jersey Turnpike at 80 miles per hour. A police officer pulled me over and asked my driving license. He said I was going 20 miles per hour over the speed limit. I instantly pointed at my wife and said, "I'm in a hurry! My wife is in labor!" Fortunately, my wife actually had a big stomach. I hope he'd let me go with this excuse.
"Oh, since it's an emergency, I'll lead you to the hospital with my police car,"
he said.
"No, it's not necessary."
"Why not?" asked the police officer.
"Oh, well, let's get going,"
said the police officer.
No, we can't. This baby is a demon child."
Huh. I want my money back. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you want to support the show, then like and favorite this video. I like that, that's my favorite. I also like it when you subscribe. If you want to ask me a question or you just want to talk, then follow me on Twitter and Facebook at twitter.com/SuperGameEskimo and facebook.com/SuperGameEskimo. Until then, I'll see you next time.